Welcome back to Forensic Lectures. In this video lecture, we are going to see mass spectroscopy. So what we will cover today is that what is mass spectroscopy, its working principle, uses, advantages and disadvantages. So let us see what is mass spectroscopy. So basically the study of absorption and emission of light, we have the electromagnetic spectrum, like we have seen, right? Different ranges are there, but in the last video lecture, so here we are going to see what is mass spectroscopy. So it is what the study of absorption and emission of light and other radiation by matter. So it involves splitting of light. Splitting of light means what? If we take the prism and pass a white light through it, there we can see a rainbow, right? Rainbow is the natural example of splitting of light in the nature, right? So electromagnetic radiations, we have learned, right, in the last video lectures. So into its constituent wavelength, like a spectrum. So what have we covered, like UV, IR, all that, right? So which is done in much the same way as the prism splits the light into rainbow of colors. So same way the basic concept is that splitting of light. So the reason mass spectroscopy is called spectrometry. So mass spectroscopy is also known as what? Spectrometry method, okay? Is because it is all this is analytical techniques only, where but here what happens in this, the fragmentation patterns, okay, is used to analyze the molecule rather than direct measurement of interaction of molecule with electromagnetic radiation. So in X-ray and all the UV, IR, we have seen interaction of molecules, right? So here what happens is that here we are studying the fragmentation pattern, okay? They are used what? To analyze a particular molecule rather than what? Direct measurement of interaction of that molecule with electromagnetic radiation. So this mass spectroscopy which is there, it is as I have already said, it is also known as mass spectrometry or mass spectroscopy, both are same. They are analytical techniques. Here what happens, we are studying the chemical substances, okay? So they are identified by sorting of gaseous ions in electric and magnetic field according to their what? Mass to charge ratio. So mass to charge ratio is studied here over here. So mass spectrometry experiment, the process sequence of analysis works in 5 stages. So 5 stages are which? First is sample introduction, then analyte ionization, then mass analysis, ion detection and data processing. Okay, these are the 5 steps, okay, here are done in this mass spectroscopy. So first is the sample is introduced, whichever sample, if we find anything in the crime scene, that will be introduced into that particular machine. Then analyte ionization will be done, and then the mass analysis, here like the mass and charge ratio we are finding, right? Then ion detection will be done, which type of ion is present, and data processing means data processing will be done on a computer or anywhere, okay? So the law behind this is that each element has its own unique spectral signature. We have studied, everything is unique, right? Every particular atom or molecule which will be present in the universe, it will have its unique nature. So this concept is also based on what? Unique spectral signature, and the intensity of the spectral line of the element is proportional to the concentration of element present in the sample. So this is the law that is followed in this mass spectroscopy. So the principle behind this is that it separates what? Ionized particle, okay? Ionized particles like which? Atoms, molecules and clusters, by using what? Difference in the ratio of their charge to their respective mass, means mass to charge ratio we are differentiating and then we are separating them, and this can be used to determine what molecular weight of the particle. So based on the molecular weight we can find out, right? So the formula is E is equal to Hn. So here the frequency and the wavelength of light are related by the speed of the light. So in this formula, okay. So the absorption of this electromagnetic radiation can be detected and used to identify features of molecules. This is termed what? Absorption spectroscopy. So next, what are its uses? Okay, so it is used to identify unknown compounds. So whenever we are in a crime scene, we are obviously getting an unknown samples, right? So via what? Molecular weight determination. Also it's identify and it's quantify also. It means how much quantity that particular compound is present, and also to determine the structure and chemical properties of the molecule. Okay, then the advantages of this is that it is used for both quantitative and it is used for both, that is quantitative and qualitative analysis. Most of the methods we find what only one type of things, either we can quantify or qualify, right? But here we can do both. Then rather than only molecular masses is also classified sample isotopes. Isotopes will be what? The number of like we have the numbers of the protons in the nucleus will be same, but these neutrons will be different and help us about finding chemical structure and unknown compound. So because of that the compounds which will be there, there will be difference in the chemical structure. Then this is applicable in all the diverse field like forensic toxicology, mostly it is used, then metabolomics, then proteomics, pharma, and also in clinical research also. Okay, so the limitation or the disadvantages of this is that it does not offer direct structural information and cannot tell apart between optical and geometric isomer. So optical isomers means what we have seen mirror image, right? Like this carbon has this type of bonding, then here mirror image will be there. So like there will be difference in that. Okay, geometrical and optical isomers. So it requires pure sample. So here the problem will be there. We cannot take an unpure sample. We require a pure form of sample, and it does not suitable for volatile compounds and cannot be used to identify hydrocarbons. So this is the big disadvantage or the limitation we can say. So that's all for today. If you like this video lecture, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you.